It is currently the 18th of August, 2020. Our latest named storm system, Tropical Storm Higos, has been named by the Japan Meteorological Agency, making it the 7th officially named storm system of 2020. It's not the biggest storm in the world, and it doesn't really have enough time to gain typhoon intensity, but the forecast is for some slight intensification along with some pretty heavy rainfall, basically around Guangdong all the way out towards northern areas of Vietnam. Taking a look at water vapor imagery, actually you can see that moisture inflow and especially the outflow coming in from the south that's allowing this to kind of breathe here. Shown with the satellite derived winds into the upper levels, you can see them rotating away. That's that upper level outflow combined with very warm sea surface temperatures as shown here, upwards of about, take a look at that, 30 to 31 degrees where this storm system is headed. That is extremely warm sea surface temperatures, basically just fuel for the fire here. Higos marches off into that direction. Track from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center does peak at around 45, gusting up to 55 knots. I do believe if we had more time, this had 2-3 days to continue to intensify, we probably would see a typhoon. Even if it went out here further towards the west into the Gulf of Tonkin, I think that we would start to see some rapid intensification, but thankfully it is moving over shore. Well, I should say that's not a great news because rugged terrain here is going to be resulting in some very heavy rainfall, ending up to totals of upwards about 1 to 200 millimeters over the course of the next 48 hours. Let's actually pull this ahead just a little bit more, up to about 72 hours. You see that rain continues to build up, especially in the mountains of northern Vietnam. That's enough to cause some pretty decent to significant flooding. Moisture inflow along the western side of this, though, is going to continue to impact, I shouldn't say from the west, I should say from the southwest along this basically monsoonal gyre that almost may be setting up just towards the south of our circulation. Because remember, as this moves this direction, we get that counterclockwise circulation that's going to set up, and that's going to pull some rain showers across the west coast of Luzon. So kind of a dynamic flow here setting up around here. What I mean by all that is that we're just going to see increased rainfall west coast of the Philippines as we head through the mid part of the week. Just basically, though, it is all to do with the rainy season. By the end of the week, though, as our storm starts to pull over northern Vietnam, it will drag that entire flow away from Luzon and basically submerge northern Vietnam, northern areas of Laos in that cloud cover and that heavy rainfall, and definitely that threat of some pretty significant flooding out. We want to address kind of an elephant in the room here, and that is this area located towards the south and east of the Philippines. It doesn't look very impressive at this time on satellite imagery, and to be honest, when I first looked at it, I kind of wrote this area off, but I know a few people are asking because of one particular model. That is the GFS on the 18Z model run that does spin something up and pulls it towards the north, right over the southern Japanese islands, which I think is pretty interesting considering high pressure is out here that should suppress anything from developing. But what this particular outlook is saying is that high will drift towards the south, allowing for something to spin up and go in that direction. Like I said, it's one particular model. That's with the GFS, but if we take a look at the European model, which is another numerical guidance we use for the probability of a tropical storm developing in the next 3 days, there is nil, nothing there, only a minor chance of a tropical depression. So I'm only addressing this because I know it's an elephant in the room, and a lot of people that watch my videos also take a look at these weather models, and I'm not terribly enthusiastic about what the GFS is putting out. The fact that it is putting out something means that it does, at the very least, bear a little bit of watching. Taking a look back towards the north and west of that, though, this is the main topic, of course, our tropical storm Higos, locally known as Helen in the Philippines. Stay safe out there, everybody, and as always, thanks for watching.